Welcome to the 5th episode of NSSF Friends with Benefits Season 2. My name is Crystal.
It's a real pleasure having you back over here. My name is Gaetano.
Now, Friends with Benefits is a show about success stories that inspire and motivate not only those who are saving, but even those yet to start their savings with NSSF.
That's correct. Now, the show is about financial literacy. Basically, this is valuable information that savers can learn and use once they receive their benefits.
Now, let's take you back. On our last episode, we met Kalanda Leonard. He used his benefits to start commercial mushroom growing as well as winemaking.
Wine and mushroom. Perfect for the evening, isn't it?
Perfect for dinner.
We also met Biabasheja John, who used his withdrawal benefits to boost his shoe making business.
Okay, so make sure you stay right here to find out who will make it to the last 8 contestants and will be that one step closer to the first prize of 30 million shillings or 15 million shillings for the first runner-up or 10 million shillings for the second runner-up.
Let's now head over to our judges. I call them the Fantastic Four.
Aha!
That sounded good, didn't it?
It sounded good.
We'll start off, of course, with our man Stevens Mwanje, who's the Chief Finance Officer with NSSF. How are you doing, Stevens?
How do you do, guys?
You like that Fantastic Four?
Sounds nice.
Sounds nice, eh? All right.
Welcome back, Mabel Chigundu, a human resource specialist looking lovely in red and black. Good to have you here.
I call her the Fantastic One.
Thank you, Crystal.
And we have our Paul Busharizi, who's the public editor for New Vision. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm good.
I've got no quips, no remarks today. I'm going to keep it clean.
Thank God.
All right.
Okay. And we have the head of marketing and communications from NSSF, Barbara Arimi. How are you today?
Fine, thank you,
Okay.
Crystal. How are you doing?
Oh,
I was waiting
that's
for
a
the
proper
fantastic
beautiful.
Barbara.
Oh, the Fantastic Barbara.
Okay, so now we get to meet our 9th contestant. We head over to Kabale to meet Bonaventure Rwaki to find out what he did with his benefits.
I had work from Uganda Industrial Research Institute, where I started working 2006. I was given 3 years contract. Nkanye niteekateko ky'okukola ishomero shantakagize receipt namarayo emyaka 3 batandika kumpe receipt ezindi barazishara barazita mu NSSF so kuzatandikira kuba nyingiho I started asking my benefits. Mwebere kwija Kabale amazina ganje Rwaki Bonaventure nkatunga age benefits ejo niyo story yanje ya NSSF. First benefits bakampa $1,000,000 9 natandika gukora amatafari ndabika amagoba izindi azikozesa umurimo. Then they gave me a second contract. I was given another benefit. 2013 twatandika ekiteekateeko ky'okwombeka ishomero twayeta family nti ekitwokora ekirabaasa kuyamba ishomero eka yitu ningi niko twagira ngu gwe ekyaro kyaitu kitarimu amashomero mingi kati tutandike kwombeka ishomero tuyamba abantu. Ogwo n'omukyara wanje baramweta Jovita Rwaki hati nkatunga accident konka nashaba naza kuhereza muhara wanje abarambuzi.
You're welcome to Uganda Matters Nursery and Primary School. This is the school which my father started in 2014. We started with primary 1 to P4. Now it's from P1 to P7.
Ishomero atandika n'abana 208 none habwo abazere kure mu school fees abana bagenda barakindira. Kumko kuti turi kugezaho kwetaga abana abateye n'abazire babo yofanize kugira ngo nabo tubayambi bararebesha ishomero ry'utibiri abayambi konkati it was a day in school. Now it is a day at the boarding school.
So in boarding school, we have 10 girls and 14 boys. So in total, we have 24 boarders. By the time we started in this office. So after constructing the other second building, we shifted from here and we went to the other office. So from there, he got another money and constructed this second building. This is the first building, and my dad is having a plan of putting in a vocational school.
Benefits za kabiri zikanyamba kongeraho kugura itaka ahubwo kuvuga itaka rikaba riri ikemwe n'iceka kunko itaka rishitama hika ishatu n'iciceka.
So he's having a plan of constructing here other rooms for vocational.
Ikirabo ikibampira kuga muri NSSF cyanyambire kwikiriza kitekateko canje bikagumizamo no kumbika ishomero. So ndebaza ikitongore cya NSSF tubikire sete yo nimwe muje muri agambiraga abantu bo wanyu kubashima kubika sete muri NSSF ako kwazira bikwaje kazirija kuyamba abantu abo barabaziba mubwira ubu barazindira.
I'd now like to welcome Bonaventure Rwaki from Kabale. Welcome to the show. It is nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
I'm very happy. Thank you too.
In the video, your daughter was taking us around the school.
Yes.
But I see today you have some more family members here with us.
Yes, please.
Yes, who came with you today?
I came with my wife.
Can we see your wife?
Yes, can stand.
Hello, yes.
So she's called Jovita Rwaki.
Ah, Jovita, nice
and,
to see
I've
you.
come with my son, who is the father, Reverend Father, Thomas Batima.
And nice to see you. Your son is also involved in the school.
Yes, he's the one who giving us knowledge because I stopped in P6. River, P6 River.
Okay.
That's why you don't see my English is not coming as well as so.
Well, so far so good. Okay, so our judges have a few questions for you. I'm going to hand you over right now. Who would like to begin?
I'll start.
Okay, Stevens.
All right. Mr. Rwaki,
Sir.
nice to have you on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Especially impressed for a person who did not go far with his education that you've came up with this dream. At what point in your career did you come up with this dream of putting up the school?
I was interested in speaking English. I liked English very much. So I wanted to build a school in order people at our place can be educated and understand English better than I wanted and help our people at ours.
How is the school helping the community around you?
My school is helping other people. We buy them firewood to cook the food. The school is around the people, so it helps children not to go far. And also helps teachers to get money. Because the private schools, you can't let teachers no money, they can go away. So we pay every month.
Okay. All right. Thank you to our judges for their questions. Now, if you would like to see Bonaventure move forward in the competition, make sure you vote. And you can do that by dialing *254#, then select Friends with Benefits. We now take a small commercial break, and we'll be right back on NSSF Friends with Benefits.
Nzijukira ebiseera ebyo abawagizi ekitiibwa nali muzira mu kisaawe ne mbulamu obwa bulijjo nga nsobola okwetuusaako buli kye njagala. Naye olunaku lumu byonna ne biggwawo. Singa nategekera obukadde bwange nandibadde mu bulamu obweyagaza kati.
Every year, millions of Ugandans retire into poverty. To reduce that number, NSSF has introduced voluntary membership, which allows more Ugandans to save with NSSF and makes contributing easier by letting you pay through mobile money. It is available to individuals who run companies that employ less than 5 employees, as well as those who used to save with the fund and are now gainfully self-employed but are below the age of 60. Sign up today by visiting your nearest NSSF branch.
NSSF, a better life.
All right, now the NSSF Friends with Benefits show is all about sharing and learning. So let's learn about the benefits payment efficiencies. And here to take us through that, we do have the NSSF Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Patrick Ayota. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you over here.
Appreciate it.
It took you long enough, but finally you made it. Patrick, we understand that benefits being paid out to members that has grown significantly over the last 5 years.
Yes.
And we would like to know, share some insight as to why this is happening.
Okay. Just a bit of a background. Until actually very recently, most of Uganda thought that if you put your money in NSSF, it's a basket case. You will lose your money, we don't pay. But they were confusing NSSF with the public pension, which is the government pension scheme. I know I have an uncle who has walked until his legs are tired.
Yes.
Worn out shoes, he has not got his money out of the government.
Yes.
But in NSSF, the numbers are very different. If I just give you the numbers over the last 5 years, 2013, we paid 140 billion shillings to members. 2017, we paid 278 billion shillings. That's almost double the amount we paid then. And members actually were paying these monies to members who are alive. And as we noticed from the show, they're doing some good with the money that they've saved over time. Now, the reason why I think we were paying even much more are primarily three. One, if you think about people who worked back then, they were not making as much money as people who are working now.
Okay.
So the amount of money they saved then, and when they retired, then they got less. They got much little money compared to today. Those who are working now are making much more money. That was one. Two, Uganda is still a young nation. So we have people who were not reaching the retirement age, as many of them as they were maybe 5-10 years ago. More of them are retiring now. So that is what contributes to the numbers. The last one is, which is an amazing phenomenon. There are people who had given up. They didn't even know they had the savings in NSSF until we began mentioning to them there were savings. And people call and say, wait a minute, you mean I have this money? Because remember, we're also sending them balances on their phone. And you could sometimes hear guys calling, and he doesn't believe he has 50 million shillings with you, that he had forgotten he had saved the NSSF. So they're showing up now and getting their money. It will take us 105 days.
105 days?
Days to process your money. Those are working days, which means 4 months. Now that number is 11 days. And we're improving. The idea is to hit 1 day.
Well said, Mr. Patrick Ayota. Thank you so much for coming onto the show and being on this stage. We can't wait to have the final show and find out who will be the big winner. But thank you for giving us insight into the benefits on your side. Thank you very much. We'll be right back after this break. And thanks to our guest, the NSSF Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Patrick Ayota. We'll be right back. Indeed, welcome back to the NSSF Friends with Benefits show. At the end of this show, we shall be announcing the winners from the last episode, so you need to keep it right over here. But now it's time for us to head to Apache to meet our 10th contestant. And this is a gentleman who has used his benefits in a very interesting way. Let's find out exactly what he did, Mr. Ajal James.
I used to work with UEB, but when UEB was divested, I moved to continue work with Uganda Electricity Distribution Company. UEDCL, a little later, also was bought over by another company called Omeme. So I continued working with Omeme, which is a distribution company. When we all left UEDCL, we were paid our terminal benefits from National Social Security Fund. When we were getting this money, it came on very easily. I don't think we struggled for it. We actually did not. Because already all of us who were supposed to cross from UEDCL to Omeme were all paid at once. In fact, if anything, we were called, come and pick your check. That was all. As easy as that. The minute I received the money, I had to think twice. One, I wanted to be sure that I kept myself busy out of work. So I had to think of investing this money into something that would keep me busy. Hello, my name is Robert James Ajal. I received age benefits from National Social Security Fund, and this is my story. The initial money from National Social Security Fund I used for buying land. When I bought the land, I also organized the kraal and bought a few other animals on top. Initially, I started with 17 cows local, then I bought 14 others. Currently, we have 91 cows. We had 100, but we have sold off others. The first set of bulls that I sold fetched me almost 30 million, and which money I used to expand with the farm. So as we talk, at this farm now, we have added an extra 165 acres. So the total acreage now is 185. And on it are about 14 acres of citrus. This is the orange section of the farm, the citrus. On this farm, we have now oranges which are fruiting, and we have been harvesting. We are constantly harvesting because we have a way of now watering our oranges. We have created an irrigation plant, so we are pumping water into 10,000 liter tanks, and we use a diesel generator. We are now able to push water down and then use the rain gun to irrigate that particular place. But at the same time, we're also pushing water to the drinking trough for the animals. When I got the money from the cows, and also I got some little money from the oranges, I was able to purchase a land which is 38 acres. And these 38 acres were planted 10,000 seedlings of cloned eucalyptus. Then I also put in 5,000 seedlings of pine trees. When I got the lump sum, it motivated me into more investment. We have about 4 acres of jinga. Now each kilogram of jinga is 8,000 shillings. So we have a total here of 526 holes of jinga. I want to be one of the champions to stand with National Social Security Fund for the good job they are doing. Because the effect here extends to my tribesmates, it extends to the community around here, it extends to almost everybody around. Money from National Social Security Fund, usefully used for the benefit of the community around us.
Not a bad story, not a bad story. Please help me in welcoming onto the stage Mr. Robert Ajal James from Apache. Pleasure to have you, sir. Please. It is an honor to have you over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you were the ones who were cutting my electricity, yeah?
You were
the ones. I know. In fact, it was you.
When it was not paid for, maybe.
You said, this guy turned out sweat, and you took it off.
These days is much better because we give you your car.
Yes, you do.
So you disconnect yourself. I don't pay.
Mr. Ajal, I'm going to throw you over to our 4 judges over here. I think I'll go with Mr. Paul Busharizi.
Thanks, Gaetano. When did you start saving with NSSF? And when you did, was it a painful thing? You're saying, well, this guy is cutting off my 5%.
Thank you. Started saving with National Social Security Fund in the year 1975. And at that time, the employer was paying 10% and the employee was paying 5%. So I didn't feel it. It was deducted from my salary. All I got when finally the money came was the enjoyment of the money arriving. Because I got it in 2 stages.
Thank you, Mr. Ajal, for a wonderful story.
Thank you.
What is your vision for your farm?
My vision for the farm is quite multi-purpose. Number 1, I want to separate the dairy farm from the beef so that we have milk when electricity finally reaches, which I believe will reach. I will separate the dairy and the beef, so that beef is purely for fattening. The land is there. And we can also prepare yogurt. That's for the the animal side.
Thank you.
You got your age benefit. Tell us, the audience, and for the viewers back home and our judges over here, how can one actually earn more from value addition as a strategy?
We have written a concept paper about milk juice production, fruit juice, whether we can pack with our trademark names on. I hope we'll not call it Gaetano juice, but we'll give it some nice name anyway, appetizing, yeah? And then we also hope when electricity is there, we could put a grinding mill. So we think when we manage the value addition, and I believe we are going to have a lot of it, we should be able to move the farm further and also help the population.
Very good. You seem to have dotted the I's and crossed the T's, and obviously you got concept papers and you got a plan in front of you. Perhaps if you want to call the juice and you want to use a cool name, perhaps you should call it Tano Juice. Tano Juice.
From Gaetano.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You understand? But I wish you nothing but the best. Now, if you would like Mr. Ajal to go on to the 8 contestants who could win himself 30 million shillings, well, you need to vote for him. And to do that, all you have to do on your phone is type *254# and then go to Friends with Benefits and follow the instructions from there. We'll be back with my good friend Crystal to let you know who was the winner from the last week's episode. Thank you so much, Mr. Ajal. Thank you very much. All the best.
Tired of moving in search of financial assistance? Look no more. Postbank Uganda has all the answers to your financial problems. No more queues. Sign up on Postbank mobile phone banking and dial *263# to pay for bills like water, electricity, URA, passport fees, airtime, etc. You can also make deposits on your account from your phone directly using mobile money services. We have early start accounts for children, school fees loans, group loans, etc. We provide agriculture loans to help farmers purchase seedlings, input, processing, production and marketing your agricultural produce. We also have mobile vans that serve our customers in the hard-to-reach areas. Call toll-free 0800-217200 or visit any of our branches countrywide. Postbank is regulated by the Bank of Uganda. Postbank, empowering you.
Welcome back to NSSF Friends with Benefits Season 2. It is now time to reveal who from last week's episode is moving forward in the competition. Will it be Kalanda Leonard or Biabashaija John?
That's right. Your votes have been verified. They've also been audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers. We have them right here in our envelope, and very soon one of those will be making it to the final 8.
So who do you think is moving forward? Is it Leonard or John? John? That was a very confident John.
John. Leonard.
Leonard.
I'm hearing more Leonards than Johns.
No, I heard more. Okay. Let's find out. John, that was a strong John. Huh? Let's find out who is moving forward in the competition. Are you ready? Yes. And the winner from last week's episode is Biabashaija John!
Congratulations to you, John. We shall see you heading towards the final 8. But tonight we met 2 fantastic contestants. We met Mr. Bonaventure, who got his age benefit and opened up a private school. Also, Mr. Ajal got his age benefits, and what he did, he bought 100 cows, an orchard of oranges, he planted trees.
Ginger.
Yes.
And he has big plans for the future.
Tano Juice. Tano Juice is coming.
Tano Juice is not happening.
Now remember, the contestant who from those 2 gets the most votes from you will be moving into the final 8 contestants. and you have to vote. Make sure you do. The voting will be audited and verified by PricewaterhouseCoopers, so make sure you do vote.
We would like to thank our wonderful judges, as always, for asking the right questions. Thank you so much. To you, our audience, you can clap for yourselves. You're amazing. And of course, to you, the viewers at home, thank you for watching.
That's right. Now, do remember, it's very important indeed. Remember to save with NSSF. It's very important because, well, you don't want to be that person who retires into poverty, do you? Always remember to plan for those benefits as well.
Well, don't miss the next episode of Friends with Benefits. And special thanks to Afros and More for hair and makeup.
That's absolutely correct. Remember, the voting lines are now open. Thank you to the viewers, to the audience, to our judges, to our celebs. Yes, you know how we are. Until the next time, this has been Friends with
Benefits.